What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Pick Six Nation, and this time it's going to be episode number 184. And my guest for this episode is Evan Dent. Evan, thank you so much for coming back on, man. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait for this episode today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited for football season to be back.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'm excited for football season. There's going to be a lot of great bets going on, player props. Excited for those too. Just a lot of great betting. And there's five bets that I like that I will show for today's episode. Evan, you have your five as well. So we will show those. And let's get right into it. I'm gonna go share my screen and we can see those momentarily. Just pulling up my screen here. Just going to share that very soon, and we will share the notes. I'm going to Zoom, so we just need to go in Zoom. All right. Is that good to read? I think it's legible. Yep. Let's go. Here's what I have. And the Texans and the Jets one that I have, that is what's it called? Those are my futures bets for the season. Those are the ones that I took on Bet US.
It's interesting because I'm seeing the Jets as the division favorite now. So one of my bets was the Bills at plus 200 for the AFC East.
Geez, nice.
I don't see why the Jets are really the favorite in the division at the moment, just because there's so many pressure points for them. I think if everyone stays healthy, they can definitely do it, but I just see too many things where one injury kind of spoils them. So that's why I'm staying away from them and why I have the Bills around 195 or 200 right now. That's my pick for that division, or my bet for it. But I can see both sides of it,
Yeah, 100%.
Then I also have the Texans in the AFC South. What I'm seeing at today is plus 100. I just feel like that's a great value for them. The Jags and the Colts, I think, have like wild card potential, but I really can't see Houston losing this division. And I'm surprised that it's still in the plus money. So I think that's a great bet.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you. I mean, the Bills bet makes a lot of sense as well, too. I mean,
it's going to be a great division, and I think between them and the Dolphins, it's going to be really close. I'm just kind of leaning with the best quarterback in the division, I think. But again, I think it's going to come down to a game or two near the end.
Yeah, 100%. And I have the Jets winning it, and I have the Texans winning. I had the Texans winning the AFC South, Jets to win the AFC East, and yeah, excited about that. Those are my two futures bets, and I did that on Bet US. As a matter of fact, I will go in. I can go into Bet US. Let me just go there and just show this to everyone. Evan, give me a second to do that. I'm going to go.
No problem.
Go do that.
Yeah.
I'll get into the rest. I'll get into the Steelers and the Giants. And then what was the Steelers, Giants, and the Patriots. I'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just need to log in first. All right. Oh, wait. I need to... I'll share a different screen. I'm gonna stop sharing this one for a second, and I'm gonna go present the other one. It's it's under pending wagers. Yep. All right, let's go share that one. Wait. Damn it. I mean, I guess we just share the entire screen.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Can you read this? Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure it's legible.
Yeah.
So like that could be read. So here are those two that I have right there.
Yeah.
Jets at plus 200 and Jets at plus 200 and then Texans at plus 110. So, yeah. I like those. I mean, I like both bets. They're both really strong teams. So I like those bets for that reason. They're super strong. And they're the best defensively in their division. Both in their respective division, they're the best defensively and offensively as well. So that's my thought process for those bets, those futures bets.
Yeah, and I mean, I think given that division, there is a decent chance that the Texans are one of the best teams in the league, even like a number one seed, just based on their schedule and the division they're in. So I think, again, I'm surprised that it hasn't gone into the negative yet. So I think getting them at any plus value is really great.
Thank you. Yeah. You got the Bills at plus. You get the Bills at plus 200.
Yeah, I mean, on FanDuel in New York, I don't know if there's a lot of handle being put on the Jets, and that's why they've lowered it. But right now, the Jets are at 160 and the Bills are at 195. So to
Okay.
me, again, with the value, with the best quarterback in the division, I do think it'll be close, but I just think they should be the division favorites over the Jets, who have a quarterback coming off an Achilles tear who's 41, hasn't played a good season in 3 years now.
Wait, really? I mean,
Yeah,
I know. Yeah. Well, the Achilles tear. Yeah, absolutely.
the last season in Green Bay wasn't great. I mean, he was still a top 15
Okay.
quarterback, but again, yeah, coming off the Achilles tear, Nathaniel Hackett's still the offensive coordinator. If or when Mike Williams gets hurt, I think their receiving core is pretty thin. And we've seen with that defense, they lost Bryce Huff. Hassan Reddick's not reporting. It wears down on a defense after a while if your offense isn't putting up. We saw it with the Jets last year. So
Yeah.
you think they'll be improved over last year. I just think there's more questions for them than the Bills. So that's where I lean. But again, I do see the upside. Rodgers stays healthy. Mike Williams stays healthy. Garrett Wilson breaks out. Breece Hall is great. And that defense is, of course, excellent. So they can definitely win this division.
Yeah, 100%. The Bills. I mean, the Bills could definitely also win this division as well, and the Dolphins. But I have the Jets in the AFC East. I have the Texans in the AFC South.
Any other divisions catch your eye, or?
It was just those. I mean, those were the two futures bets that I listed there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I do.
One that was intriguing to me was the Packers in the NFC North. I obviously think Detroit is a great team. I just think what we saw from the Packers at the end of last year, there is a good chance that they also break out. And you could see both those teams being great, and just one of them takes those division games and wins the division. So that was another one I was looking at.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, 100%. That's fair. Yeah. And I would like I'll go through the rest of the three that I have. I'm going to
Yeah,
go
let's
share my screen. So you can go do that. I'll go through those. All right. All right. So regarding the Patriots covering the spread against the Bengals, I think they have a strong defense. They have a really strong defense, and I think they're better. They are better than a lot of people make them out to be.
Yeah, I mean, I've been surprised looking at they have one of the lowest win totals in the league. I think it's 4.5 or 5.5 for the season. And to be fair, they have a brutal schedule. But like you're saying, the defense has a floor um, that will give them a chance in almost every game they play, even without Barmore and Judon. That is still an excellent defense. They've still got a bit of continuity. I mean, it's not Bill Belichick, but it is someone who is directly under him.
Gerard Mayo.
Yeah. Um, and I think I love Drake May coming into the draft. I know they're starting Brissett for the beginning of the season, but I definitely think, by the end of the season, the Patriots are going to be a pretty annoying team to play against with Drake May. So I can definitely
Yes.
see them hanging in more games, especially what the spreads there's 9.5 against the Bengals. Um, Hanging in games and definitely winning a couple more than people expect. 6 to 7 wins
Yes.
out of the question for me.
I think the Patriots definitely surprise a lot of teams. They'll be very good this year. I think they surprise a lot of teams. So that's why I do like them defensively, offensively. Yeah, I think they're very underrated. I think they surprise against the Bengals. So that's my thought process for the Patriots covering the spread against the Bengals. Now let's go to Steelers money line against the Falcons. I think Steelers defensively awesome, offensively awesome. So I think the Falcons. It's like I like the Steelers. I think the Steelers are better offensively than the Falcons right now. Evan?
I like that pick a lot. The Steelers always play tough. I think every single year we wonder how they're going to survive basically with this kind of post Roethlisberger quarterback room. And this year it's Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, but that defense is so good. Mike Tomlin's a great coach. They always make the playoffs, and it's because they win games like this. Like we haven't
Yes,
seen the Falcons.
100%.
Why should we trust the Falcons? Not only to win, but I think they're getting like 3.5 points. We've got Kirk Cousins coming off Achilles tear. I think the defense for the Falcons had a lot of talent, but it is very new, a new system they're getting used to. So the Steelers have consistency. They have a good running game. They have a bedrock defense. Like you can
Yes.
absolutely see
Yeah.
them taking this game from a team that hasn't shown us anything yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and the Falcons, they also have a great defense. I mean, getting Judon and getting Simmons, getting Matthew Judon and Justin Simmons, huge moves in the offseason for sure. So Falcons have a really, really nice defense.
And then the G-Men, talk to me about it.
Yeah. But that's my thought process regarding the Steelers money line against the Falcons. That's my thought process there.
Yeah.
I outlined that. And then Giants money line against the Vikings. Giants, I would put them. I think the Giants are the better team right now against the Vikings. Right now, I would say that.
I can see where you're coming from. I think the Giants' defense is going to be a lot better than they were last year. I do like their defensive line a lot. And then they can really scheme things up on offense. Daboll's a great offensive coach. Malik Neighbors looks special already. And we've seen Daniel Jones, as much as people make jokes about him, as much as people want to say he's overpaid. We've seen him run an offense competently, enough to get them into the playoffs. Vikings, Sam Darnold's at quarterback. I don't think that's what they were planning at the beginning of the offseason. And there's still a lot of holes on that defense. I know they got a better coordinator in there, Brian Flores is a great coordinator.
Yes.
He's going to scheme some good stuff up, but they still have
100%.
sort of a talent gap there. So I think it'll definitely be a high scoring game. And, kind of a coin flip. And so I definitely see the value in the Giants money line.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that about covers it all, right?
Yeah, I got my notes up if you want me to present.
Yeah. Present.
All right.
Get your notes. I want to go back. I want to go back to the Steelers money line for a second.
Yeah.
And I think they're better offensively and defensively than the Falcons. But the Falcons it's pretty close. It's pretty even between those two teams. The Steelers are just a little bit better.
Yeah, I think we've seen it from them before. Winning a game 16-10, like that's kind of their specialty, and everyone on that defense is healthy. That's a top 10 unit for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, the Steelers Falcons should be a really awesome game. I think it's going to be an awesome game.
All right, should I get my notes up?
Yeah, of course. Go right ahead.
Sorry, give me 1 sec.
I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Maybe I can't. Let's see what happens. It says I'm gonna have to restart Chrome. All right. I'll just say them out loud then.
All right, sounds good. Share yours.
All right. So, like we talked about, Bills in the AFC East at 195, the Texans in the AFC South at plus 100.
All right.
Those are both good
Sounds
values.
good. Thank you.
My other season-long picks, I got a couple receiving ones that I like. Cooper Kupp over 950 yards receiving. I think if he's healthy, that is an easy over for him. It's kind of priced into that he's
100%.
under 1,000, but by all accounts, he's healthy. I think that team is going to be throwing a ton. The Rams have a kind of rough defense, so if he stays healthy, I think he clears that number pretty easily. Rome Odunze on the Bears over 675 receiving.
Nice. I like that one too.
Again, I think he is in a crowded receiving room, and that is sort of baked into the price that you're getting here. But the connection he's shown with Caleb Williams, even in the preseason, has been great. And I don't think it's going to take much for him to go over this number. Even if he has a slow start, I think at the end of the season he will be close to 100 yards a game. He's
100%
good, and they have that much talent on the roster. I don't think he's going to be facing much double coverage. I definitely think he can clear this number.
Yes.
And then the other one I liked was Jackson Smith and Jigba on the Seahawks over 750 yards receiving.
Yep. I like that one too.
Another team I think is going to be throwing a lot. He is going to be, I think, more firmly the second receiver this year over Tyler Lockett, and he's a special player. He had a good rookie season by the metrics. It didn't always show up for him, so I think this is the year he kind of breaks out a little. And it's only 750 yards. And then I had two bets and lines that I liked from the first week. The Packers money line, it's at plus 128 over the Eagles in Brazil.
Yeah.
I mean, end of the season, I could not think of two teams that were further apart than the Packers and the Eagles. And this game is in a neutral site, so I don't know why the Eagles would be favored. The Eagles lost Jason Kelsey. The Eagles, I don't think, have noticeably improved their offense. And I don't know if Jalen Hurts if between last year and this year we're going to see a noticeably different version of Jalen Hurts. So I'm going with the better quarterback. I'm going with the team sort of on the rise, Packers. Um, if you want to be safer and grab the points, they're a 3-point underdog. I think that is easy enough for them to stay in. And then the other one I liked was Seattle 5.5 against Denver.
Yeah, I can see that one. I can see the Seattle one. I disagree with you about the Green Bay one.
Yeah.
I do.
You're that big on the Eagles? I just don't see where they made a big difference between last year, and they were really down at the end of last year.
I mean, they got Saquon Barkley.
It's true.
I mean, they have Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. Like, their team's awesome.
I think it looks great on paper. I do like that they've gone a different direction with the defensive coordinator, but it's just 2 new coordinators, new center. Sirianni kind of seems like he's on the hot seat. He's not speaking with Jalen Hurts. There's just enough uncertain for me that on a neutral site on these weird international games, I'm going to take the points, take the underdog, and take who I think is going to be a better team over the course of the season. But I can see what you're saying. There's a ton of talent on the Eagles roster.
Yeah. I think the Eagles win against Green Bay. So I do disagree with you regarding the Eagles-Packers game. I agree with you on the Broncos-Seahawks game.
Yeah, I think Denver has the chance to be one of the worst teams in the league.
Okay.
I respect Sean Payton's record as a coach. I think he has done incredible things with worse quarterback rooms than Bo Nix, but first start in Seattle, and I really don't trust that Broncos defense. So,
okay,
yeah.
All right. The Broncos defense has some really nice pieces, though. They really do.
I mean, Surtain is an incredible corner. I love him.
Yes. Nick Bonito, I like a lot, too. I think Baron Browning is still on that team, too. If I'm not mistaken, I want to see. I think Baron Browning is still on that team. Yeah, he's still playing for Denver. Okay. I just wanted to check that. Yeah, but Broncos have some nice defensive pieces.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a barren roster, but I just think the combination of this rookie quarterback and some of the pieces they've lost on defense, it might be a long season in Denver.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah. Evan, those are all your bets?
That's all I got.
All right, cool. I have all that I've said that how do I phrase it? I've said all that I have needed to say so far. Evan, it's the same for you.
Yeah.
So, hey, all right, man. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. You're welcome anytime.
Thanks for having me. I'm really looking forward to the season.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'm also looking forward to the season. And yeah. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Take care, man. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Evan, thank you so much. All right. Bye. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.